Hi, my name is Mark Reihl. I'm the Great Lakes Agronomist for NK, and we're here today to kind of talk about plant health and overall plant health of soybeans and how we can do things to help that no matter what technology you choose. So we're standing next to an E3 soybean here, but whether they're E3s or extends, there's things that we want to look for that will help overall plant health with the technology. One of them is we want to try and take seed treatments that are going to be able to allow the plant to be able to grow through any stresses early in the season. So what I have here is a plant that you can see the unifoliates have already been taken off. We've had a lot of herbicide injury. This actually has some of that same herbicide injury, but because of our seed treatment, we were able to keep those cotyledons still intact even to this point. And now that both plants are in the flowering stage, so we're just starting to pick up flowers. So we're at R1 stage of these soybeans. So we have a much healthier plant here because I can use that when I get stressed. I can use those cotyledon leaves as another food source for the plant. So as much as we want, doing that seed treatment and trying to keep that plant healthy as long as we can gives us the best opportunity to maximize, especially on these lower nodes, all these flowers developing into pods instead of aborting. So we're always looking for those opportunities when we're doing that. Then we can kind of take a plant like this and then take it to the next level by using those foliar fungicides at the R3 stage. That's mainly our key target. That gives us the best opportunity of controlling frog eye leaf spot. It's also the opportunity, to be able to maximize yield for the beans. When we switch into that true reproductive stage, when we get those 3/16 and longer pods and they're starting to develop those, that's when we need this plant as a factory, really rocking and rolling, and that's what we can do to manage stress through those later applications. And so we want to do everything we can to help with that plant to be able to do those. And so this is the timing right now is we've got a healthy plant. We just want to keep it going. If we have a plant that's in this situation, we want to try and perk it up. So the other things we want to look for is, are we having micronutrient issues and those? Can we do that with the last application of our herbicide? Or do we add that with our R1 or R3 application of fungicides depending on our timing? And so we want to do that as much as possible, and that's really what we're looking at today is how do we maximize yield? Last year, we had some later planted beans, and a lot of people didn't know whether the value was there to put on a fungicide, and we actually had some beans that by themselves could yield 70 bushel. But by adding the fungicide and making that last trip with micronutrients, we were able to pick up an additional 12 to 18 bushels on some of those varieties. Now that's extreme, but when we have stress plants, it's also the way that we finish. It's not the way obviously the way we start is good, so having the right seed treatment, but finishing is still just important for either of these to be able to maximize yield.